Hey folks, Quill18 here with another episode of our Let's Play the Path of Exile beta. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there are a couple other players hanging around this little forest encampment where I am. And some people are asking, oh, there's another one, are asking about the ability to party up and such. And yeah, you absolutely can form parties with people. In fact, I've got, no, I thought there was a panel for it, but I don't remember. Right now I don't think there's a great interface for it, but you can like /invite people. And then when you go to an area, you will be questing with them. So I've leveled up a little bit more, and what I want to do, and yeah, this is going to be a really short video because I actually have to get off to work in about 10 minutes. The hell? Felshrine Ruins? Oh, that's outside. Right. But I leveled up a little bit more. I'm at 19 now, and I'm actually have reached a really fascinating crossroads. I'm not 100% sure where I want to go. So I've picked up all this mace damage and accuracy thing. But now there's a few different routes. I can keep going up here. This is more damage, more accuracy, reduced enemy stun threshold. I don't know. I think that means I can stun them more easily. So this all sounds very good. Could connect over here. 2 weapons, stun damage, just damage. Or I could go down this way. Some more life. Oh, this is axe damage. I don't want to go into here at all. Or I could go this way, 2-handed weapon speed, which is kind of cool, and then more of the tankiness stuff, I think. Build up these endurance charges and then have some things that happen with endurance charges. Or armor percentage, again, the sort of tankiness sort of aspect. Yeah, there's a knockback distance, which I don't necessarily care for, maybe, although I guess it would help with my middle mouse button attack. My 360 degrees. I think I'm going to go up this way. But I just wanted to show the sort of possibilities and questions I had. And I also want to show off this area here that I just found. So this is the church dungeon. And I think it looks great. I love the textures, its stoniness, but it's a little different feeling than some of the other areas. And I thought it was worth demonstrating. I mean, I think it's beautiful. It reminds me very much of some of the nicer areas in a Diablo or something. Oops, there we are. So we get some new things. We get some spellcasting skeletons. Oh, which are freezing me and slowing me. I've literally been frozen there. And actually, didn't think that the action would start on level 1. Thought last time it waited till I was level 2, or maybe I'm thinking of a different area. So I've just explored this area a tiny bit. I haven't completed this church dungeon, and I was just like, after I leveled up and after I saw how awesome the area was, I was like, you know what? I definitely want to show this area off. These sorts of games are always too long to just do a full playthrough of, especially since they never end, right? There's no completion. So how do you stop? I'm still looking for really good armor. Right now, my actual armor, which is a pretty nice item, I mean, it's a yellow item, but it's evasion rating and energy shield based, and I think I would really like to just stack actual armor at this point for a variety of reasons. One, evasion's apparently a little bit underpowered right now. So, now there's a patch coming out shortly that is going to be looking at that balance of things. But the thing is, you can't have evasion just by itself anyway. Reminds me, I used to play World of Warcraft, and one of the many things that I did there was I played a kind of a tanky character. Which, you know, your job was to grab the attention of the bosses and hold on to them, and not die, by virtue of being tough enough to absorb some blows. And depending on what class you were, and you know, a few other characteristics, one of the ways that you could build yourself is very simple. You would get enough life and enough armor. Now, armor in World of Warcraft reduces the amount of damage you take. So by some combination of life and armor, you would get enough survivability that you would be able to survive a hit from a boss, a single hit. And really, the bosses in WoW can hit so hard that sometimes that's all you were looking for is a single hit. To survive. And then you had the choice. You could continue down this sort of health and armor route, so that maybe you get to the point where you could survive 2 hits in a row. Or if you took 1 hit and then got partially healed, that might be enough to survive a second hit or something like that. And then the other way is just to build up your sort of overall evasion, either through parry, block, dodge. Well, not block exactly, but let's say parry and dodge, or just miss chances. And so then you would just be hit less often, but you would still be hit some of the time. And when you got hit, you definitely needed to be able to survive that blow. So the same balance exists in this game, because you have armor, you have health, you have evasion rating, you also have energy shield, and it's going to be really interesting to see how as the game develops, both in terms of game balance patches, but also in players' understanding of the game, how exactly people are going to evaluate the different aspects. But personally, I want to look at mostly armor, because I don't want to have damage spikes. I want the damage to come in a very predictable sort of way, so that I can gauge when to use potions correctly. Plus, I think that items that give pure armor tend to rely on you having a lot of strength. So I will sort of automatically end up with a lot of armor in general. And so I may as well just accept that, I guess. This church, while I still think it looks really cool and it's fun to smash my way through these skeletons, you can tell that the random generation is actually quite potent, because this is completely unlike... There's level 2, wow. Completely unlike my my first run through on here. And ooh, Jeweler's Orb. That was the first one I found of these, but I'd heard about them. Right-click on this item, then left-click on another item to re-roll its socket layout. Right! So if you're not happy with the sockets on an item, you can re-roll it. You might end up with more sockets, right? Or less, or whatever. But a lot of people are arguing... Some people have argued that the most important thing are the sockets on an item, because it's so easy to re-roll the stats with an Orb of Transformation. But some people say, well, no, it's just as easy to re-roll these sockets with the Jeweler's Orb. So then what becomes most important is that quality plus 10% rating you can see on this mace, or 15% on this one, because that's the thing that stays. And so no matter what you do to the magic mods or to the sockets, you will still get that quality rating. And so when you find an item with a high quality rating, even if it's not magical to start off with, it might be worth keeping around and using a bunch of orbs on it to make it more awesome. A quiver is an item that I believe occupies your offhand, like your shield slot, and gives you increased accuracy rating or some other characteristics that are good for range. Maybe attack speed, maybe whatever, I don't know. I assume there's quite a range. Oh! Where are the stairs for these guys? Ah! They really... Oh god, all the way around the back? That's actually an amazingly good defensive positioning. And I doubt that was, intended necessarily. That's more, emergent. Because everything is random, right? So, how do you set something up like that on purpose? I suppose you strictly could. But I bet you that's not the case. It might be. Mandible. Must be another claw weapon? Yeah. Claw weapons are usually really cool looking. I mean, they're not for me because they're you need 2-weapon fighting style and you need dex and stuff, but I'll have to make a character at some point that uses claw weapons. Some random ring. Yeah, some life leech is nice, but I have a magic ring and an accuracy ring right now. Yeah, so I have this one, which is some accuracy rating, which I'd love to replace. Although I do need the accuracy. I don't like the fact that I'm only at 86%. By the way, in some of my previous videos, I was complaining that I couldn't figure out... I was mousing over armor, and I was like, it doesn't tell me what the damage reduction is. And it's actually all up here. Damage reduction, chance to evade, and your total mitigation. And then over here, your chance to hit, chance to crit, that sort of thing. So... the chance to hit is still only 86%, which, I mean, it sort of sounds high, but in most games, I would want that maxed out now. Maybe the way it scales, maybe it makes it too hard to max out, or maybe it's got a hard cap. Like in Diablo, you had a hard cap of 95%, for example. You shooting at me? die now. So we'll see, but I feel like I definitely need more accuracy. Because I can still go on losing or on missing swings, and that might be actually affected by other things. Maybe these things have evasion. Maybe the server is glitchy, which is part of the reason that I'm missing from time to time. But whatever the case, I definitely am, and I don't like it. Come on, did I kill you? Okay, have that. And oh, I should really be stopping now, but I want to keep going because there's a specific thing I want to show you. Assuming that it's been randomly generated on this level. There were a few instances of it the last time. Smash! Oh god, it's so satisfying to explode these guys. This is my favorite attack in the universe. Come on. There we are. I wonder if I should just rush through here. There's lots of shields. If you want to play a shield type guy, there's going to be a lot of options for you. Here we are. I think that'll be one such area as I'm thinking of. Come on, I'm trying to pick that up. Explode! Explode! Oh, it didn't kill all of them. I was trying to set up so that they would all die in one explosion. And come on. Alright. This looks about right. Let's see. Kill these guys. Oh, there's so many enemies. Ah, I'm frozen! That's not very nice. Oh, one thing that's interesting about the potions. I talked about how they have charges, and they recharge when you kill enemies, but every flask seems to gain 1 charge when you kill someone, so ideally you want to split your potion usage up equally. There we go. Look at the spiders! Look at spiders! Look at spiders! Ah! Oh god. I hope you're not arachnophobic, because that is freaky ass. They climbed up the cliff here. They climbed out of the darkness below. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna grab that detonate dead before anything happens, because I don't want to get disconnected. But yeah, I thought that was awesome, and then there were so many of them. It was like this area in here where I like fought the most enemies at once in the game, and I thought it was pretty kick-ass. But just like crawling up the walls and everything. Ah, stop freezing me. Don't freeze me, bro. Here, see how you like it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, I should probably go, which means I'm going to have to play through this whole area again, because I haven't gotten to the end of it yet. But that's okay, it's a fun area. Yeah, good XP. We almost gained another level here, actually. We're about 3/4 of the way, maybe slightly more, to level 20. So, I'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.